everyone. My name is Jasmine, and I am an operations strategist, lover of systems and processes. And today's video, I'm going to talk about wow, my camera is pretty bad today. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I will fix the camera and get a better camera tomorrow. I'm using the camera out of my MacBook, and it is literally trash. But anyway, today's video is supposed to be on the best project management tool for your organization. And I see this question come up all the time. Look at me, follow me, see me, hear me. The best project management tool for you and or your company or for your projects. And as a former project manager, now a systems strategist, someone that implements systems all over the world, I'd like to tell you that the best system is the best system for your use cases and or user stories. So let's talk about it. One, let's talk about the landscape of the project management tool. So, project management is used in every single organization, services, product based businesses, your mom and pop shops, your smaller organizations, your 7-figure, 8-figure, your 20-figure, $1 trillion businesses. Everyone in the world uses project management or some form of fashion, right? So we have to talk about what is a project. A project, literally, the definition of a project is a something that has a start and an end date. It is a project. That's it. A start date and end date. We usually will be doing something within that time period, delivering something, launching something, installing something. We'll be doing a set of somethings, of task activities, whether it's process improvement, whether it's implementing a new system in a huge organization, whether it's you're an interior designer and you're designing someone's home and then you go to install the furniture, the fixtures, the various pieces and components. That's all a project is. A start, and it has a start and an end date. If it doesn't have a start and an end date, then it cannot be considered a project. However, there are different methodologies for project management. We have agile project management, we have waterfall project management, we have a hybrid of either one. Some people have no project management process at all. So we'll get back to the topic at hand, which is the best project management tool for you. So some of the big names out there. So if you work in a corporate organization, more than likely you have your own, personal project management tool. It's based off of something, right? A lot of organizations, I've worked for some really large organizations where they basically took another project management tool and slapped their information on it. They basically, what do we call that? White labeled a project management tool, and then they use it and implement it within their organization. So basically, they'll take a tool, they'll configure it to their liking. They will put it behind, some sort of DNS firewall where you can only get to it with a certain amount of user access and get into the project management tool. But for the lame people, not the lame, so for the regular people in the world, the laymen's of the world, people like myself, when we're doing project management in our personal life, the tools out there, depending on how much marketing budget they have, you may or may not know them, right? So there's Asana, there's Trello, there's Jira, Basecamp, Monday.com. Don't even get me started on that one. There's Microsoft projects. Yes, there's Wrike, Smart Sheets, and the list goes on and on and on. Oh, I forgot ClickUp. ClickUp is a great one as well. So Asana, ClickUp, there's so many project management tools out there. Notion, Airtable. Yes, those are the ones. So in this particular case, when a small business or an organization is considering a project management tool, the ones that they're probably going to start looking at first will be Asana, Trello, ClickUp, Airtable, and Monday.com. God help me. Yes, they will be looking at Monday.com as well. Larger organizations are going to probably be looking at things like Basecamp. They're going to be looking at a Jira. They'll be looking at Microsoft projects, a Wrike, a Smart Sheets. So in those particular cases, all of these project management tools, oh, there's one more, Teammate. Teammate is a really great project management tool as well. It's a project management tool built by project managers for project managers. So if you're a project manager, you may want to check that one out. So in these particular instances, all of these project management tools have different features and functions. Some are out of the box, a lot easier to use and set up. Others require some sort of configuration depending on your own personal workflow. Some of them are based on like Excel spreadsheets or based upon databases where you're connecting databases and then you're using some sort of query or some sort of, design view editor to see the data realized in a nicer, prettier fashion. So those are the project management tools of the world. Again, for kind of our of regular folks out here who don't run Fortune 500 organizations, we're probably going to be looking at something like an Asana, a Trello, a Monday.com, a ClickUp, and an Airtable. And the out of all of these particular project management tools or Notion, the best one for you is going to be the one that is based upon your particular use case. So, what is a use case, may you ask? A use case, I always go between a use case and a user story. So, if you're in the agile world, you understand the difference. But a user story and a use case. So let's start with a user story. A user story is typically it defines the who, the what, and the why of a product feature. So user stories are written in a way so that a developer can then develop a product to do something for someone. For so as an actor of this particular tool, I need to do this. User story. Use case. It functions on the functionalities or the features of a process. So, what do I want to do, or how am I going to use this particular tool? Usually is about my use cases, right? So, they're both going to be short descriptions. One is going to have a user flow or interaction. It's going to come with in depth guidance, and it's going to be very detailed to write. I hope that made sense to you. I hope it did. If not, I can do a whole video on use cases versus user stories, um, and the difference between the two and why we use one over the other. If you're a business analyst, you can explain this way better than I can, right? Because one is just how a user interacts with the system. The other is more or less kind of a process, right? Yeah, that's kind of how that functions. So it's going to be based upon your particular individual use case. And these are going to be a use case or scenarios that will influence the choice of your tool will be something such as I have a small team. We need team collaboration and communication. We may need it to integrate to other particular tools. We may want to see our budget reflected within the same project management tool. We may want to have a client portal where if we're a service-based business and we're managing a project, we may want our client to log into a portal to also manage the project with us. Sometimes we may only want someone to kind of receive messages or notifications, or maybe a completely solely internal system that is used by the team. A lot of times you may want it to track time, you may want it to track resources. There's also, we talked about budget, and you may want it to be able to templatize, you know, your projects, right? So if you have a certain, you may even want to use it for onboarding. Some people want to use it as a checklist. If you're doing more of like the Kanban approach to where you want to use it for managing service desk, kind of first in, first out type of work. There's so many ways that you can use a project management tool, and you have to understand how you want to use it first before you start that process. So you may want to do file sharing. You may want to have reporting and analytics. You may want to have mobile accessibility. Some people may want to have the ability, like in ClickUp, where I can have a document and I can create like a whole almost web page. Notion does this beautifully, marvelously, where you can go in and build out like dashboarded sections of Notion to do anything you want. Again, those things require a lot of configuration. So are you looking for something that you can simply out of the box start tracking a project? Or are you going to be looking to build something to where it can be reused repeatedly over and over and over again? So that is kind of my thoughts on the best system for you. The best system for you is going to be based upon your use cases and your team's ability to adopt the system. It's also going to be based upon um, probably your costs, the level of integrations or technology, how tech savvy you are, um, and from there. So I have a free template that I use. I have a template that I use that helps me when I'm talking to people identify how they want to use a particular system. And I'll link it below. You can click on it, download it, and then it will literally go through a use case. It's called the systems framework. Basically a use case. You can use it for processes and or systems to say who is going to be using this system. It could be the director, how the director wants to use it, or how the the project team wants to use it, right? And then it's going to say, what do I want to be able to do? And it could be something as simple as a director of an organization or the principal of an organization, I want to have a portfolio view of all internal and external projects. Perfect. That means we need to have a portfolio view in our project management system. Everyone doesn't need portfolio view. Sometimes people just want project views, right? So, really getting down to how you would like to use your project management tool is going to determine the best tool for you. In my opinion, the favorite tools out there are going to be ClickUp, Airtable, Notion, and Asana. Those are for like us regular people out in the world. Those are the ones we're going to use. Airtable is going to require quite a bit of configuration to get it to work the way you want. They have templates that you can use, but when you're pulling from multiple databases, you're going to need to really think through your data flow to have the best experience for Airtable. Great tool though. You can use it for lots of ways. Asana is going to be the easiest out of the box. It's just going to open the box and start working. That's it. You can build checklists. You can change the board view. You can do all kinds of things. Asana is easiest. Notion is going to be on a 1 to 4. I would say Notion 1 being the easiest to use, 4 being the most complex. I would give Notion probably like a 2.5 or a 3. Out of the box, they have great templates. You can kind of load in and start doing things, but it's going to probably take some thinking to figure out how you want it to look and feel. So, yeah, probably a 2. And then there's going to be ClickUp. ClickUp is going to give you the best of both worlds. It's going to be like Asana plus a Notion smashed together. So you will be able to start building out project plans and tools and tasks quickly, but you also have the ability to create dashboard views and different ways of viewing information and data. So that's kind of my 2 cents on the best project management tool for you. Hopefully this made sense. I'm rambling on a live, so if not, I'll do another one where I look at every single system and we really go through and look at all of the feature set and compare them, choose a various use case. It can be, an organizational structure or business model to say, hey, as a service-based business, let's take a look at this project management tool and see how it will work for us. Okay. Thanks. I think that's all. I've been very, very wordy today. Okay, bye. Oh, okay, I'm not done yet. So, like, subscribe, do all the YouTubey thingies that you like to do. I will come on again and I'll probably upload some more videos where I'm not just rambling about systems and how to use systems more effectively in the future. So again, if you want access to a framework to help you, find out use cases and how to effectively implement a system, I'll link it at the bottom. Please check it out. It's free. You don't really have to do anything for it.